Aloha and welcome to our full moon amplifier. So today we have several activities we're going to go through. The goal here is usually to do this outside, but I'm still bedridden or stuck inside the house with my knee. So we will burn later after the ritual. But we're going to go through several activities to help us amplify. Before we begin the activity, I want to show you what the first goal is to do our body awareness sheet. So it's a little cute little sheet that I made, and I'm going to share my screen to show you what it looks like. And I can go back up here. So what it is it's a little sheet that shows you your body, right? And you would identify if there's any areas in your body that you're having symptoms today. And also do an awareness survey. So we do our awareness scale before every activity, and that's from 0 to 10. How much stress or symptoms are you feeling right now? So if I were to measure, let's say my pain on my knee right now, it's not really a 4, but that's what I had the day I filled it out. Right now it's probably about a 2. And then identify anywhere else that you're feeling a symptom. So if you feel lightheaded, if you feel dizzy, I had a little cold sore earlier this week. My knee pain was 4 out of 10 because I had surgery. My feet are very sore. And basically that's our beginning awareness of where we are and how we tune into ourselves. And we're going to keep track of this. So when we'll come back to it later, we'll know if the stress relief techniques and the hypnosis helped you relax or relieve stress. The other thing that I wanted to show you, but I'm not sure that you can see it on the screen, and it is within your class, is that our vibration changes based on how we're physically feeling. So if we're feeling stressed out or anxious and we're having a lot of physical symptoms, our vibration and what we attract in the world changes. So we can intuitively gauge where we are in this moment. And the levels go from shame, which is the lowest, it's 20, all the way to enlightenment, which is above 700. And it may fluctuate throughout the day. It may fluctuate throughout the week. You may be up here and then something stressful happens and then you slowly shift down. It just begins to fluctuate all the time. But just so you know that there is something called the vibration scale, and our stress levels impact our vibration. So now that you've hopefully tuned into your body and become aware of what's going on, and we talked about vibration, we're going to do some intuitive release. Basically what that is we're going to tune into our body wherever it is that you mentioned that you had stress. You're going to do some deep breathing. Hi and welcome whoever joined. Let me make sure everybody is muted. Okay, so if you just joined, I was showing the little diagram of the body. You want to tune into your body and become aware of how you're feeling. If you're having any physical symptoms, this is the sheet that I sent via email. If you don't have the sheet, you can just use a white piece of paper and just make a note. Where am I having a physical symptom? What is it from 0 to 10? So 0 is no stress or pain. 10 is really high stress or pain. What I mentioned is when I filled this out earlier this week, I had 4 out of 10, but right now I don't really have knee pain. So it's maybe a 2 or a 3 out of 10. And then I talked about our vibration. So our vibration changes depending on our stress levels, and this is the range. So 20 is the lowest, shame, and enlightenment is above 700. And we can intuitively become aware of where we are on the scale based on how we're feeling. We're not going to do this yet. We're probably going to do that in a self-love session next week. But just so you know that that is something that affects our vibration and what we attract in this world. So now I'm going to go back to the main screen. And we're going to do an intuitive release. So if you felt any tension or stress in your body, you're going to massage that area. Let's say my knee is hurting. I would be massaging my knee, but it's not really hurting. So I'll go ahead and massage my shoulders. One of the things that I share a lot is a self-love hug. And this is a very easy way to calm your nervous system. So just close your eyes and let's take in 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3. If you still have any tension in your shoulders, you can move lower, slowly massaging your arms. So let's take in another breath. One more time. Now tune in and just become aware. Did it go down at all? If you had a 5 and now just from doing that simple breathing, it's gone down, then that means that activity was good for you. The next worksheet, which is on there, whether you have the worksheet or not, it's the gratitude reflection. So before we start figuring out what is it that we want to release on this full moon, what is it that we want to amplify or expand so we can manifest things, I always like to tune into our gratitude and see what we're grateful for in our life. So what I wrote on the paper is, what are you grateful for today? So what happened today that made you feel grateful? It could be a little sentence. The next one is 3 things you love about yourself. Let's see what mine said. I don't remember. I wrote this one the other day. So here I put, I am silly, I am confident, and I am smart. Then the last one is 3 things to amplify today. I wanted to amplify confidence, courage, and productivity. So whatever you come up with, it's fine. I did want to show you guys what a gratitude jar looks like. So this I made a long time ago, but this is a gratitude jar. You can make them big, you can make them small. And whenever I felt really grateful, I added little sticky notes in here. Let's see what this one says. So this is naming people that I'm grateful for, different people that are actually friends of mine that I was grateful for that week. So I put their names in the jar. Let me see what this one is. I was grateful for my puppy. She's not up here right now. And I was grateful for this trip I went to Exuma. So those were all good experiences. And if you haven't listened to the gratitude jar meditation, that's an easy way to focus on gratitude and imagine you're making an imaginary gratitude jar. I really like that meditation. Let's do a gratitude breath. So I want to put your hands on your heart. So we're always focusing on our heart center. Imagine a green light expanding here. We're going to take in 3 deep breaths. Inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale. Now continue to breathe. Just focus on your breathing. And I invite you to imagine someone that you're grateful for. It could be a person or your pet, whatever makes you happy. Imagine a fun moment or situation where you were with that person or your animal. And now we're going to focus on expanding green light all around you as we inhale 3 more times. And as I count down from 11 to 1, I invite you to imagine then that light is expanding all around you. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take in 2 more deep, slow breaths. Always tune in and become aware. How are you feeling right now compared to when you started? And now we're going to go to the moon awareness sheets. So whenever there is a full moon, it's an opportunity where energy is changing in the environment, and it's an optimal time for us to release the things that we don't want anymore in our lives and expand on the things we do. So that's why I mentioned the gratitude sheet, the 3 things you want to amplify. Those are the things we're going to focus on when we do the hypnosis. So if you guys want me to focus on something specific, make sure you put it in the little comment section to me in case I need to amplify something when I get to that piece of this. session. So here's my moon awareness release. So there's 2 pages to this one. The first one is, what do we want to release on the full moon, and what are our typical patterns? The second sheet is, what do we want to expand? What do we want to amplify? So let's look at mine. So the first one is daily negative thoughts, fear of stepping into expanding, fear of new relationships, negative feelings about self and new relationships, fear of taking the next steps. What are my self-sabotaging behaviors? So you would document a few self-sabotaging things that you do when these negative thoughts arise. So mine is avoiding taking the next step, avoiding sharing rules, avoiding chatting with new friends, avoiding calling people. So maybe you think of someone, you want to talk to them, and then you avoid the whole thing. The next one is recurring negative habits. Do you have any recurring negative habits? And then the second column is, do you have any addictive habits? So I like to eat sugary treats. And I avoid taking next steps. Those are my patterns. Now we move on to the expansion. And you could do this on a regular sheet of paper if you weren't able to fill out online or print out the document. The whole thing is to get it out on paper. You get it out of yourself and you put it on paper, and it helps you relieve it from your body. You kind of let it go, and it gives you space to expand what we want to expand on. So now for the moon awareness, this I would do on a separate piece of paper, because this is a piece of paper that you would want to keep. Okay, so the release paper is one that we would burn later, because these are the things we want to let go. This amplifier paper would be a separate sheet of paper, positive thoughts you want to expand on. So just like we said in the gratitude sheet that I wanted to expand confidence, anything that comes up on this sheet that you want me to expand on in the hypnosis, then go ahead and type it into the box. I'm pretty sure you're going to like the hypnosis anyway, but in case there's anything you want me to add. So some of the positive thoughts I put: I am enough, I am intelligent, I am worthy, I am powerful, I can do anything I put my mind to. And I don't know why I put deep breathing here, but redirected self-sabotage. So I mentioned on the other sheet, the things I wanted to let go of was that I was avoiding certain tasks, that I wasn't doing certain things. So the first one, which I do suggest for anyone that's having trouble doing something, do the hardest task first. So if your hardest task every day when you wake up in the morning is to call a person or fill out an application or whatever it is that you have to do that task first. Because what it does to your subconscious is, now I pushed myself through the hard limits and I just achieved something that was at the bottom of my list, because my typical pattern would be to avoid it. So that's one of the ways we're going to redirect, is do the hardest task first. And then I put that I would take more self-love breaks. One of the things that I've noticed as I've been healing from my surgery is that I haven't been taking enough breaks to actually do exercise on my knee. So when I go to stand up from sitting in a chair for several hours, my knee's very weak. So I have to really focus on making time for that. Then on the bottom, I put positive habits. So what are some positive habits that you can incorporate to break your old patterns and release those negative habits that we had on the other sheet of paper? So I put stretching, meditation. I put maybe I'll do a TFT session. And then redirect and addiction. So I said I was addicted to sugar. So I am avoiding sugar, drinking more fluids, making sure I stay hydrated. I have my seltzer water over there. And then take massive actions towards something. So if I typically would avoid something, let's say your class, let's say I'm avoiding making that audio library that I've been wanting to create for you guys for a while. My typical pattern would be to avoid doing it. Instead of that, I basically redirect myself to actually work on that task. And a great way to redirect yourself is actually organize your workspace. So that's a great way to start your Monday or your Tuesday. Organize your desk, organize your room, making your bed. All of those things amplify so you can begin to expand the things you want to bring in. Anyone have any questions so far? Let me see the chat. We are good. Okay. So now that we noted everything that we want to release, and hopefully you noted everything you want to expand, we're going to go into the actual hypnosis session so you guys can get comfy. I'll give you a couple minutes to get comfy, and I'm going to set up my mic on my phone because it makes a better audio. And then we'll do that session. So just lay back and relax. If you've got a lot of stuff going on, you can just listen to it. It'll still be relaxing even if you can't lay down. Okay, let me take a look and see at the things I wanted to amplify here. So you guys didn't give me any comments, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to amplify here. We're amplifying confidence, being in control, feeling grateful and thankful, feeling worthiness, feeling like we're good enough, feeling abundantly blessed, feeling successful, being productive and prosperous and proud, reaching for our goals, wishes, and dreams. Those are the things we're going to do in the session. I feel like I'm missing one sheet of paper, so let me scan my computer to make sure I didn't miss something. Yes, so we're missing the moon amplifier. Let's go. Oh, I have that set for after. So we're going to do the hypnosis first, and then we'll do the moon amplifier. Everybody ready? Let me set my phone. Taking a deep, slow breath. Taking a deep, slow breath as we enter this moon manifestation hypnosis to amplify your goals. Allow the sound of my voice to guide you deeper and deeper into relaxation. There's nothing to do and nothing to think about. We're simply breathing, relaxing, and letting go. I invite you to imagine, sense, or visualize in the center of your forehead. We're going to form a triangle. I want you to imagine bright white light is entering your right nostril, traveling up to the center of your forehead, and out your left nostril. That white light is traveling up your left nostril to the center of your forehead and out your right nostril. And in through the right to the center and out through the left. In through the left to the center and out the right. One more time, in through the right, out through the left. In through the left, out through the right. You're doing an amazing job, and this simple practice is helping you calm your nervous system, boost your immune system, and access a state of mind over matter. Now, to just get more relaxed, we're going to do a butterfly eye relaxation. So with your eyes closed, I want you to stretch the muscles of your right eye up towards the ceiling. Hold it there. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stretch your right eye towards the right over your shoulder. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now imagine you're stretching, looking down towards the floor. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking a deep, slow breath and notice the difference between your right and left eye. Maybe one's a little looser than the other. Maybe one has tingling. Whatever sensations arise is perfect. Now I invite you to look up with your left eye towards the ceiling, stretching those muscles. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now look out and to the left over your shoulder. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now look down and to the floor. To the left. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're doing an amazing job. Allow your body to sink deeper and deeper into relaxation. There's nothing to do and nothing to think about. I want you to imagine, sense, or visualize that you are outside. You feel the ocean breeze. You hear the sound of distant waves splashing. You see the moon in the dark sky. You feel completely relaxed and peaceful. Allow this scene to come to you as I count from 11 to 1. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel the breeze on your skin. Hear the distant waves. Notice how peaceful, calm, and relaxed you are. I invite you to notice that you are sitting on a brilliant, bright bridge over Clarity Creek. It's a little creek of water that connects with the ocean. It has a white picket fence. Maybe you see little birds or butterflies all around you. And now as I count from 11 to 1, I want you to imagine, sense, or visualize that there are rocks and stones all around you in a circle. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're doing an amazing job, and this simple practice is helping you calm your nervous system, boost your immune system, and access a state of mind over matter. These rocks are perfectly making a circle all around you. Right next to a rock, a rusty rock, you'll see a beautiful stone. These are your serenity stones. Every other rock is a serenity stone. I invite you to pick up the first rock. It's a rusty old rock. I invite you to imagine, sense, or visualize a self-limiting belief or doubt that may arise in your mind. Maybe something you wrote on some papers earlier. I invite you to toss with all your force that rock into the creek and notice as soon as it hits the water, it magically turns into gold. And the gold flutters up in dust, rising towards you. creating a shield around you. And I want you to grab the stone that's next to the rock that you just tossed. What color is this stone? Whatever color arises is perfect. I invite you to imagine you're sticking it in your pocket. And it represents one of those things you want to amplify. I invite you to pick up another rusty rock. Imagine, sense, or visualize anything you want to release, any limits or doubts. Notice how when you toss the rock into the creek, it magically turns to gold. The gold shimmer rises and covers you in a little shield of gold fairy dust. I invite you to notice the next serenity stone. Whatever color arises is perfect. Imagine you are picking up that stone and something else you want to amplify and place it in your pocket. Let's pick up another rusty rock. Release something else you want to let go. Notice how quickly it turns to gold. The shimmer rises in fairy dust and covers you in a protective shield. I invite you to pick up another serenity stone. Notice the color and something you want to amplify and place it in your pocket. Let's release 2 more rusty rocks. Pick up 2 rusty rocks. Imagine 2 limits or fears you want to release. Throw them both in the creek with force. Notice how they both turn into gold fairy dust and create a shield all around you. I invite you to pick up 2 serenity stones. Notice their colors, the 2 things that you want to amplify, and place them in your pocket. Whatever color arises is perfect. Those are the colors that you need today. Let's release 2 more rocks. Grab 2 more rusty rocks. Release any limits or fears. Throw them into the creek. Notice how they turn into gold fairy dust. The dust covers you in a shield of protection. And I invite you to pick up your last 2 serenity stones. Notice the colors that they have. Think of something you want to amplify. Place them in your pocket. You're doing an amazing job, and this simple practice is helping you calm your nervous system, boost your immune system, and access a state of mind over matter. I want you to imagine that that fairy dust is now turning into a healing victory vortex, a spinning tornado of fairy dust all around you. Allow it to spin as I count down from 22 to 1. It's going to spin and heal your body and release any limits that may be trapped somewhere. Maybe something you didn't think about that wants to be released today. So just allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into relaxation as the healing victory vortex clears out anything that doesn't serve you. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're doing an amazing job. Your body is completely peaceful, calm, and relaxed. I invite you to notice, sense, or visualize that vortex and all that fairy dust is turning into a protective aura. And now we're going to focus on expanding that aura. As you continue to focus on your breathing, I'm going to infuse some Reiki healing energy. So just allow yourself to sink deeper into relaxation. And as you focus on your breathing and I count down from 22 to 1, the aura is going to expand all around you. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your aura is all around you. You're completely peaceful, calm, and relaxed. Just continue to focus on your breathing and notice how easy it is to relieve stress and tension. There's nothing to do and nothing to think about. We're simply breathing, relaxing, and letting go. And I want you to continue to expand that aura as I recite the affirmations. And these affirmations are going to form a solid barrier of fairy dust all around you in this protective aura. I am confident and in control. I am grateful and thankful. I am worthy and good enough for my life and my dreams. I am abundantly blessed in all areas of my life. I am successful in all my endeavors. My life is divinely guided. I am productive, prosperous, and proud of myself. I invite my goals, wishes, and dreams. My intuition guides me easily. I'm going to infuse another layer of healing and amplify this aura 11 feet around you. I am confident and in control. I am grateful and thankful. I am worthy and good enough for my life and dreams. I am abundantly blessed in all areas of my life. I am successful in all my endeavors. My life is divinely guided. I am productive, prosperous, and proud of myself. I invite my goals, wishes, and dreams. My intuition guides me easily. I invite you to now focus on your heart center. Imagine that you are expanding that loving gratitude light as I recite a simple prayer of protection to help solidify your aura and expand your heart energy. Spirit, God, ascended masters, superconscious and angels, master achievers and guides. I am grateful for myself, my body, my mind, and my spirit. I am so grateful for this life, my past, my future, and this present moment. I ask that you embrace me fully in protection, love, and your watchful observance so that I can live in this present moment free of accidents, illness, or harm. And so it is. Your shield of protection is all around you. You have done an amazing job. I invite you to notice the colors of those serenity stones that came to you today. Whatever colors came to you are perfect. Those colors will continue to serve you. And in a moment, when you awaken and you see these colors in your life, it's going to reinforce and strengthen everything that you wanted to amplify here today. So as I count from 1 to 5, you're going to awaken, bringing in all of these energies and sensations to amplify your manifestations. 1, you're doing an amazing job. Your body is peaceful, calm, and relaxed. And this simple practice has served you. 2, all the colors of those serenity stones will continue to reinforce and anchor your amplifications. 3, we are almost back now, and you are doing an amazing job. 4, 5, you can awaken now, taking all of these energies and healing sensations with you to amplify your manifestations. Okay, so that was the amplifying piece of today, our little hypnosis session. You will get that audio later. I already recorded it on my phone. Within the next couple of weeks, you're going to actually have a audio library where you'll be able to access the audios as opposed to videos out of YouTube Music or YouTube Studio. And there will be audio files that have the title and separated by section. So all the sections of your course will be in there and ready to go. So you'll see them very soon. I started working on them today. So there were 2 homework assignments that I gave you guys to do before today, and hopefully you have them or you have them in your room. I'm just going to show you what mine were. So the first one was a sheet where you write the things that you want to accomplish and the fears or limits that are in your way. So your dumping zone is on the left. These are the things that you want to let go. And I invited you to place it under your pillow. The reason I do this a couple of days before the full moon is we can get intuitive guidance when we sleep in our dreams. So placing it under pillow helps you amplify that possibility for you to get some insights. So I didn't actually place it on my pillow, but I did have it in my room, and I woke up this morning with an insight as to something to fix for the Zoom. So that was my little, and some things to do for your library. So you get little nitbits of intuitive guidance from yourself. The other thing I told you to do is write a letter. So you can use pretty paper and make a letter to yourself. I have several that I have done on the full moons. What I want you to do is keep these all together in one place. So it could be a drawer in your room. If you have a vision board, like I have mine over there, you can keep it near the vision board. What you're going to use these letters are written like if you were in the future, if you already accomplished your goals. That I'll read mine in a second, but basically this is like an empowering letter. I'm so proud of myself because I reached this goal and I'm doing amazing. So I'm going to write myself the letter. So when things get tough or you're feeling sad or overwhelmed, you're having one of those rough weeks, you have a letter from yourself that you can read. It can come in handy because, our moods and our stress levels change throughout the month. So this little letter, believe it or not, coming from yourself is a very powerful tool. So this is the one I wrote for myself. I wrote one, which is actually in your class, and you'll see it once you get to that week of the class, because it's a little video by itself, talking about my my full moon board, my manifestation board, and the letter that I wrote that day. That one is in there. So this one says, "You have been amazing. You have tackled your fears and reached for your dreams to spread self-love. You launched an awesome app filled with spectacular classes. You are coaching and speaking at events, and your business is booming. Keep going. You got this." So basically just motivate yourself to be in the future and imagine that you have accomplished everything that it is you're trying to accomplish. So the one that was the two-sided paper, we are going to burn this one later. Now let me go to the moon amplifier sheet. Again, so this is the last sheet. And you can, again, do it on a regular piece of paper. When you did your hypnosis, I'm sure things came to you, maybe things that you didn't write on the piece of paper before. So this is what we want to amplify. What's your major goal for this month? So write on a new piece of paper your major goal for this month, something that you really want to accomplish, and then 3 minor tasks. They could be related to that goal. It didn't let me fill it out perfectly where the things are, but I put finish the app. So I'm waiting for Google to release the app. So hopefully it'll be, and Google and Apple to release it soon, and then start working on a Spanish album and Spanish classes. So that's what I put there. And then leave. The dumping zone is anything that limits those things that you wanted to release, the things that came up in the meditation that you felt like you wanted to let go of. Those are the ones you would write in the dumping zone. I put fear that causes fatigue, doubt, feeling stuck, and it's supposed to say procrastinating, but it doesn't say that. And then on the bottom is 3 minor tasks. So whenever we have a goal, we want to come up with tasks that fall under it and some minor tasks, some little things that you can do to get your goals accomplished. So I put start recording the Spanish videos and then do the bi-weekly self-love sessions, which actually are starting this week. Your self-love sessions are personalized, meaning it's me and you doing a self-love session. Next week is when we start the bi-weekly one. So instead of a hypnosis session, it's going to be 2 weeks back-to-back self-love sessions, because next week, those are group sessions where you have the opportunity to attend 3 self-love sessions throughout the week or watch them on replay later. But they're going to be targeted. Whatever your personalized health assessment had for the week before is what I'm going to target those different ones for. So I'm going to incorporate my symptoms as well. So if I need self-love on something, I'm going to incorporate that and incorporate whatever you're going through at the same time. So let me stop the share. Okay, so we're reaching the end. Basically, at this point, you have your pieces of paper now, right? You wrote the things that you want to let go and release. Now is the opportunity to burn. When we burn the limits, the self-limiting beliefs, the doubtful things that we have in our subconscious, and we watch the piece of paper burn, it really does amplify your manifestations. So I invite you to grab anything that you wanted to release. So in my case, this side of the paper is the things I wanted to keep, right? So you can rip it in half, in case you don't want to forget the things that you wanted to do, if you didn't write them again. And then you burn the limits. So some of the limits I put were self-sabotage, feeling hopeless, feeling helpless, self-doubt, scarcity, anything negative that came up in your mind that made you think you couldn't accomplish your goals. That is the stuff you're going to burn. On the other worksheets, we had something similar. So the same thing, if it's a side of the sheet of the paper is negatives and things that were limits, rip it in half and burn the ones that were limits. One of the other things I like to do is if you're feeling stressed or anxious, or you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, because sometimes that can happen now as we transition in the moon. Some people get very, very grumpy and angry during the full moon. So if you have any emotional shifts where you're feeling sad or vulnerable, you can write yourself a letter letting go of all of those feelings and whatever is going on, and burn that letter as well. And all of these little tools that we put together are going to amplify your goals. So we'll be doing these sessions every month. On the 22nd of every month, each hypnosis session would be slightly different because I'm going to modify it. But the activities, the basic activities are pretty similar, where we're going to reach for new goals. We're going to release the limits and the things that we doubt, that cause us to doubt ourselves. And then we're going to amplify them by doing the burning ritual. So that's the end of the recording. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. And then if you guys have any questions, you can ask me. Aloha.
Thank you, Diane.
You're welcome. I don't think it stopped.
You don't think what?
Hold on. There we go.